What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome on back to Phantom Liberty. As always, if you're new here or haven't yet, please do subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and if you want to catch up on the rest of the Let's Play so far, go ahead and check the description below. I'll have the playlist for Phantom Liberty and the playlist for Cyberpunk 2077 base game down in the description below, in case you want to catch up or go back to watch it after. Let's get to going on the next phase of our plan here to rescue Songbird. You are new. She sent a robot out front this time, I guess.
How'd someone like you end up here?
My owner bought me from some junk dealers, revamped, reprogrammed, and finally infused me with her spirit. Gape Earth and this unhappy wretch entomb, or change my form whence all my sorrows come. The tree still planted in the unfinished part, not wholly vegetative, and heaved her heart.
Kinda talks like she used to, too.
Programming sounds ancient.
What can I get you?
Nothing for now, I think. Yeah, it kind of speaks the same way as the secret identity spoke. Speaking of secret identities, our next phase of the plan to rescue Songbird is to actually create some stolen identities. I think the plan was to steal the twins' identities, right? That's why we did the scans on them during the roulette mission, which, by the way, really cool. The Black Sapphire mission, I think, is probably my favorite mission so far. Great atmosphere.
Yes, the rules.
Kurt Hansen's really cool too. I love the way he came to the table like
Classic
that.
copy and paste of V, you're here. It's about time too.
I was hoping he wouldn't see me. Just trying to snoop on that a little.
Op not sitting well with you, Alex?
Reminds me of a few other stitches we handled. One in particular sticks out. Before NC, we worked in Op in Colombia. Medellin. Song's
Not
first
now,
mission.
Alex. We have enough to do without digging up ancient history.
No, actually, I kind of want to know what happened.
What happened in Medellin? What was the op there?
We had our sights trained on a guy who sat in the Colombian president's back pocket. Sold him smuggled
You
Corp-Tex.
saying the FIA pulls strings overseas?
A lot of what we do doesn't get printed in the norm sheets. Anyway, we used stolen identities on that mission too. Things didn't go exactly as planned, but that's a long story.
How do you even manage to get a fake ID going in a situation like Cyberpunk? Can't you scan like literal hardware in your body, like the chrome that you have
We
implanted?
don't have all day.
Wouldn't you have to match IDs on implants and get the same implants and everything else?
Think we can spare 60 seconds? Hell, might even learn something about So-Me that'll prove useful.
All right. Our person of interest was one Luis Hernandez, arms trading heavyweight. We aim to plant our own SA in his organization. Alex had adopted the identity of an engineer from Hernandez's entourage. She was our ticket in. She walks in to attend a meeting one day. She sees one of Luis's bikini model girlfriends prancing out on her way to walk his Doberman. Spending big money on kitsch luxury. It was kind of his MO.
So, what happened?
Well, Somi had put together Hernandez's dossier. Problem was, an important detail slipped through the cracks. The engineer's abject fear of dogs. Cold sweat, shaky hands, soggy pant leg, that kind of fear.
Did you pet the doggo?
When the Doberman sniffed Alex's knee, she pats him on the head and says, "Who's a good boy?" Then, she went to pull up a chair at Hernandez's table. Before she could sit down, they had two barrels to her head and one trained at the base of her spine.
What did you do?
Well, my hands are bound, got a sack on my head. Hear a collapsible baton snap into place. Thwack. I did what anyone do in that sitch. I lied my fucking ass off. Don't sit quite straight to this day, though.
Okay, back to Night City, folks. With our
How would
sights
just one
trained on
lie
a
their
new
ass
target.
off about an irrational fear mystically disappearing? But even stuff like that, it can go way deeper than that, right? That's just a fear of dogs. The people we're trying to impersonate here are netrunners, so I'm sure they have different eyes and different implants to accommodate that, and we don't have any of that stuff. We have
No. Interesting.
mercenary implants from Victor Vector, right? Not some bougie stuff from Paris with the two French netrunners. And not to mention if they ask us to use the personal link or any of that stuff.
It's a solid foundation for the mission we want to run. Surveillance, recon, data gathering, planning, it's all done. It's high time we righted some wrongs of the past.
Fuck off, Reed. Give it a rest, will ya? Nothing here's your fault. Woman's an adult, made her own decisions. Consequences caught up to
No,
her.
she was manipulated.
I kind of agree
No one
with
around
this
who could pat her
sentiment
back.
from Alex.
Here, V.
Yeah, I agree.
Mission details on this.
Alex nailed it. If anyone's to blame, it's Myers, not you.
You might be right, but so am I. Right, our objective, to free Somi from under Hansen's duress. Unfortunately, this ain't a normal rescue op, because, well, she's been infected with something from beyond the Black Wall, a consequence of her service to the NUS and President Myers. I'm not about to pretend I understand the tech whys and how. The important thing is, if she doesn't get treatment, it'll kill her.
The cure is an AI that lives on a neural matrix. Hansen possesses said matrix now. We aim to seize it.
There's a random AI in an old neural matrix, which was Militech, right? I believe she said.
So this neural matrix, how much do we know?
Experimental tech nested in a mainframe that someone dragged up from deep beneath Dogtown. From a bunker, to be exact. Part of Project Cynosure, a joint US Militech operation mounted in a bid to counter Arasaka's soul killer. The matrix itself is a functional container. It houses an AI from beyond the Black Wall, and its design lets the user deploy the AI for a specific purpose. In our case, to fix you in Songbird.
More people ice skating uphill trying to fuck around with shit that their reach exceeds their grasp with. I would like to know, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I would like to know what the hell President Myers is doing going through the Black Wall and why she was having Songbird do that. And I want to know how much of that was opt-in from Songbird or do it or you die from Myers.
All right. Plan. Let me hear it.
Answer to meet with the net runners you already know. The meeting itself is our chance to get close to Song and the Matrix. Hansen hired the French duo because they worked for Militech years back. They know its security protocols inside out.
Also, they're selling Hansen access codes. Handy when Songbird goes to extract the Matrix from the Cynosure mainframe. Hansen's gunning for data from what he knows was a secret Militech NUS research project. He has no idea the neural matrix is in there too. Runners, scans, and behaviorals we have. Now we just need to take those twins out of the equation.
Hamerick and Aurora Cassell. We know anything more beyond what we saw firsthand?
Yep. Songbird put together full profiles for both. Super short brief. They got their start at Militech and dove in deep. That is, till they learned the pay's better on the dark side.
I buy that.
Based on what I
Shouldn't
saw
hide
from
their
both of
love
them,
of
I'm
Eddie's.
sure Aurora is the one that let
Gonna
him
miss
made
that
me
next
down that
paycheck,
path.
'cause they
She's
ran
the
into
one that
us.
seems to like
We're gonna
the
nab them before they reach Hansen.
deep, dark, dangerous aspect. He's the dangerous one, right? Merrick seems like he would be the careful one.
So we kidnap him.
How does Ryan
How
not
we
trust
want
in
to do
us?
this?
They're driving a rental while in NT, an exploitable opening. We're gonna track their ride and hijack it before they reach Hansen at the stadium. That's where you come in, V. We'll need you to breach the rental firm's tracking system. Alex will fill you in later. Once we have the runners, you'll take their place. The behavioral imprints are tuned already.
Aaron Exotic.
And your role in all this, Reed?
I'm drawing up your exfil route. Once you complete the mission, you need to get out in a hurry. I'll provide transport, make sure the path's clear and problem-free.
Brings us to the final stage, right? Meeting with Hansen?
Right. Where you'll sell them the access codes to the mainframe. In other words, the key to unlocking your medicine cabinet. One of you will join Somi in the lab to feed in the codes when needed. Hansen's likely to keep the other at his side. Collateral.
I'll stay with Hansen, you'll join Songbird. Once the data floodgates are open, you'll signal me. Gonna disarm Hansen, take him and his guards out.
So we're dropping Hansen here too.
Hansen and his goons. Aim to handle them on your own?
Can do a lot more than play dress up, thank you. Plus, element of total surprise in my corner. Still, sweet of you to worry.
He's not like just some random gangster.
Sounds like flatlining Hansen's set in stone.
Order came directly from Myers. confirmed at the state. He took a potentially lethal swipe at the president of the NUS.
And Songbird.
We have to rescue her. Myers told you as much herself. All clear? If you have
I
any
really
questions,
like the
now's the
hesitant
time to
pause
ask.
that you just put in there.
How much have you told Myers? What's she know?
That Somi's fallen into the hands of the man who organized the downing of Space Force One.
Is that all?
All for now.
I wonder how she would think. Does she know that she's infected by the Black Wall? I'm so curious on if she's been forced to keep doing these dives or not, or if she chose to. All those implants that she had in the bar, man, she was barely human anymore.
Things couldn't be clearer. Let's get to work. So, time we talked about nabbing the runners?
Cover that in a minute.
You got any more goodies for me? Any tech?
And any for your thoughts, Alex? About all this?
Honestly, still wondering why neither of us went back to DC. Not me, not Reed.
They put him to sleep. Saddled you with the Dogtown assignment.
Who are you kidding? Say we disobeyed orders, gone back. A dressing down by some bureaucrat would be the worst we'd have had to endure. Think we were both waiting for something, like the downing of Space Force One. Probably makes us a sad fucking pair of hypocrites.
Myers doesn't know the deets of this op, does she? Never will. Is that right?
It's not wrong.
So, we serve Hansen up on a silver platter. It'll be salutes and handshakes. Shit goes sideways. We're royally fucked.
Welcome to the agency.
I didn't take an oath.
You know Reed better than I do. What he thinks? What's his true aim here? Saving Somi or carrying out a mission?
Saul imagines he's responsible for her. Always has. Thinks he's responsible for all of us. Hell, even for you, I bet. It's how he keeps his grip on reality, life. With mixed results, mind you.
And Somi?
Same story as always. Dares, lands neck deep in shit, somehow crawls out. Rinse and repeat.
You didn't see her at the Black Sapphire. She looked like she's almost out of crawling space.
Intercepting the runners. How do we do that?
They're driving a rental. Plans to break into the rental service system. Karen Exotics. Specializes in rare models. Karen has tracking stations around the city. Gain access to those, we find the car easy. There's a station not far, near Pacifica Serenity Bible Church. Check it out.
Stations. How do they work exactly?
They ping vehicle IDs across the network, monitor location, tire pressure, all of that. Hack them, and it'll be open season on the runners.
And we don't have our never-ending ability
So
anymore,
breach
thanks
the
to my
station, trace
respect.
the car. Good. What then?
Use this little doodad. It'll pop the locks on the doors, let you take complete control from the trunk.
Dunno. Anything goes wrong, I'll be stuck in there.
Suck it up. This is FIA trunk ops, soldier. Seriously though, the tech just works. And we'll have your back the whole way.
Suppose I just have to trust that.
Sounds simple enough.
Tech worth tens of thousands can help any plan go off like a dream. When you think your nearest station, scan your surroundings. They're not concealed. Shouldn't be tough to spot.
Get right on it.
Let's get to work. So we're gonna go put ourselves in the trunk like an old 60s spy movie and hope for the best. What could go wrong? With netrunners, no less. I'm sure they won't notice the vehicle being hacked. All this for a cure that I'm not sure I trust we'll even get. I had to put a lot of faith in Songbird, who's, I'm pretty sure, has done nothing but manipulate me the whole time.
B, heads up. I can't talk long, but two things, quickly. First, good news. I managed to upgrade your relic's firmware. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Don't worry, completely painless.
Relic upgraded? How'd you manage it? No easy feat, I'd guess, tweaking tech that advanced.
Let's say I've had extra time on my hands. More than I expected.
Don't worry. We're getting you out of there.
I know.
First, good news, you said. So there a second thing?
Right. It's super important. Stays between us. It's gotta. Proof of my trust. I'm sending you coordinates. Come after dark. You should be able to talk freely. Okay, need to Delta, but see you soon.
Stays between us as proof of trust, or stays between us as proof of another manipulation attempt? Why is there other people risking their lives to save you not allowed to be in the know of this? Kinda makes you wonder, huh? Well, I guess we'll go meet Songbird first, of course. That's far too enticing to pass up. Maybe she'll explain herself further and give us a little more to go on, because right now I honestly don't know who's the bad guy. I know who's not the bad guy. Alex is the one that I trust the most out of everybody in the current cast. Hard to tell who Reed ultimately cares about. I think he'd probably drop me and Songbird if he had to, orders-wise. I think he's faithful to the core more than anything else. And Songbird, I think, would leave me brain-fried in a ditch to get her cure. I don't think she's very invested in my well-being. I think all of this is about her well-being. I don't think it has anything to do with me. The fact that I need a cure too just makes us the prime mercenary candidate to manipulate, right? She knows I'll try my best because my life depends on it. But I don't think she's necessarily here to save me. More like just herself. Feeling a whole lot like a perfect pawn rather than a perfect partner.
Well, here we are.
You chose to come as a hologram instead of in person. Why the clandestine meeting?
You and me, face to face.
Not quite face to face.
Sure we're alone? Wouldn't want any unpleasant surprises.
No surprises. Except maybe you're already one of us. Don't trust a soul.
This spot. Didn't pick it at random, I guess.
Guessed right. Wanted to show you something. Means a lot to me. Could help put some things in perspective.
I'm here.
And it means I trust you. Come over here.
We're hacked right now, right? She probably sees through our eyes. Why she knows to go around. Same deal as Johnny.
So what's so special about this place?
Lived just 2 blocks off while I was here in NC on assignment.
There's a very interesting control over tech and machinery that's around her.
Locals come here after sunset. Fire up grills, crack open beers, talk about nothing in particular.
He kind of reminds me of...
I'd swing by here come evening sometimes.
I'll let her speak first.
All of it. Every inch is special. Reminds me of Brooklyn. Actually from there.
Okay, so she kind of reminds me of, I don't remember what media it is that I'm thinking of, whether it's a show or a movie, but it's basically a mage, or like a witch. And she's so accustomed to power and using magic for everything that it starts to hurt her and do damage, and they end up taking the spell from her because she doesn't do anything anymore. Instead of just walking over to turn the TV on, she'll use a spell to do it. Instead of just starting the fireplace, she'll walk over and use the spell to do it. And every time you cast a spell, it takes a toll on you. A little like magic in Final Fantasy 16, I think, right? She has the curse, basically, and you can tell that she has the curse because half her body is all technology now.
Wouldn't mind hearing about it. Brooklyn.
Got this memory. It was the night before I raided a Militech data fort. I'm sitting out on my fire escape. Just lit a J. Down on the street, I see a party starting. There's playful screams and laughter. Someone's blasting funk from their stoop. I hear Willie, too. Sells the best Scott dogs around. He's shit-talking one of his chooms. And there's bonfire smoke in the air. Safe. Familiar.
Were they celebrating something?
Yeah. A Thursday.
Simple life.
Yearning to go back.
Can't rewind the clock, V. By the time you realize you missed something, it's usually too late.
Attack on Myers. You schemed it up with Hansen. I know that.
Yeah, Neural Matrix was pricey. But honestly, I never thought he'd try to kill her.
You betrayed her.
Not just her. Nothing went according to plan. What a fucking mess.
Sent Myers' entire flight crew to an early grave. Myers herself too, almost.
Ground the plane. That was the plan. Didn't expect he'd blow it to shit.
How did you think they were gonna ground Space Force
Not
1?
much of an excuse, I know.
You were on the inside, couldn't you have hacked it? Didn't want to expose yourself though, did you? So, of course the military man blew at the shit. I don't buy that.
So what was your plan?
For you to rescue Myers while I secured the AI Matrix, and for us to run. All before Kurt caught on. Now Hansen's changed the terms of our deal. They'll make him answer for the attack. He knows that, so he's covering his ass. The one thing he doesn't know is what's on the Cynosure mainframe. He's hoping it's data he can use as leverage against the NUS. Says that's my ticket to freedom, but as soon as he gets his hands on it, I'm dead. I just know it.
You know, I picked up one thing about her little plan though.
It fucked everything up, I know, V. But I had no choice.
She said her plan was to have me rescue Myers while she grabbed the Matrix and ran. Who's to say that she would have even cured me at all if her whole intention was for me to distract Hansen by saving Myers while she grabbed the Matrix and dipped? She probably would have just rode off into the sunset with it, disappeared, left me to rot.
Still don't understand why. Wasn't any other way, honestly.
Wouldn't have resorted to this, if there was. For Myers, the NUSA, I'm just another weapon in their arsenal. A tool for reaching beyond the Black Wall. And weapons and tools, they don't get to make decisions or choose to retire.
Sounds painfully familiar. Think I know how you feel.
I doubt anyone understands this feeling as well as you do, V. You're the only one I can trust with this. Only question is, after everything you just heard, feel the same way about me?
Don't trust Reed? Guy wants to save your life.
He saved me once already. Word of a boss shit on Militech crossed his desk, so he knocked on a 19-year-old girl's door with an offer she couldn't refuse.
Join and serve, or become a Netwatch trophy.
That girl died that day. The person in front of you is what was born from that death. Of course, Reed, he died too. Just more recently, 7 years ago. The NUS issued his death sentence, yet he serves the country to this day, clinging to something that's lost all meaning to me.
That's why Reed feels so personally responsible for all this, because he recruited her and put her in this situation. It's such a tough decision here, but this is the first time she's being extremely honest, so I'm gonna continue to pry here.
The one to ask, actually. What happens, exactly, when you reach past the Black Wall?
Know the feeling when you try to remember the address of a place you lived half your life, but it just turns up blank?
I mean, Losing your memory?
A snowflake lands on my glove. I can calculate its unique fractal structure. But what did my mom's voice sound like? Sometimes I lose control. Or get the sense I'm surrendering to someone else. It feels horrible.
Felt it too. With the Chimera. Like a living nightmare.
Yeah. More and more, I get the sense someone's standing behind me. But there's never anyone there.
You gotta wonder how long this has been going on and how long Myers has been aware that this is going on and there's a potential, and is she still making her do this? Sounds like she got in some trouble with Netwatch and Reed knocked on the door and said you can either get fried by them and be on the news as a corpse or you can come work for me, which is not much of a choice on her part, is it? And if it's just continued to be like that, I'm sure Myers... One thing I believe that Songbird is saying is that Myers wouldn't just let her leave because look at all the dirt she has on Myers. I mean, that's why Kurt Hansen is keeping her, and it's why Myers is behaving now that Kurt Hansen has her, because she could leak so many things that would damage her. And all this spy crap, you don't let loose ends go free, right? National security for the greater good and all that. I'm sure she would probably have a bullet in her head. The music here is fantastic, by the way.
Why not just go home?
My home burned down when I was forced to trade warm Brooklyn brick for sterile Washington walls. I have nowhere to go back to.
If you're infected by the black wall, you just hurt the people around you anyway.
Get the feeling this is the first time you've been honest with me.
Yeah. With you and myself. I need to get away. From Kurt, the NUSA, Reed. From everything.
Speaking of, out of everybody out there, you saw Hansen as a trusty ally. Seriously?
I needed someone who could tear me from Myers' grip. I knew him from my time in Night City when I was posted here.
Took a steep risk, all right. And a plain gonk one at that.
That's why I enlisted you, too.
Well, you can trust a snake to be a snake, right? Somebody who is self-interested, you can always trust them to work in their own self-interest. And Songbird being alive and getting off Space Force 1 was in Hansen's self-interest. It's a little dicey once that changes, but at least for a short period it aligned, right?
Night City's just a pit stop along your escape route. That was always the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's just... things got complicated. Messy. Certainly didn't expect my old agency chooms to get involved. Or to find myself caged by Kurt. I'm fleeing, V. Gotta get out. And to do that, I need you. 'Cause you know how it is.
How am I to know this isn't an elaborate con? Be nice to have some kind of guarantee.
I can't give you one, sorry. But I've shown you my trust. I mean, you're free to sell me out to Reed, right? Or trust me enough to save us both. No guarantee for either of us. Fair deal, I say.
Okay. Say I believe you. What's the next step?
We go through with the mission, grab the neural matrix. While Reed and Alex grapple with Hansen, we make our getaway.
And then...
You want me to leave them to roll the dice and rot with Hansen?
You help me skip town. I already cut a deal with the Black Clinic far, far from Night City. There, the Rippers can access the Matrix and use an algorithm to create a prototype of our cure. They'll need me present to run their tests. The moment they're finished, I'll send word.
You see, she's the one going to the Black Clinic, and she'll send word.
That's it. Everything.
Still not
Like a
perfectly
weight off my
trustable.
shoulders, honestly. Now, I have to ask. You're in this because you understand me? Or because I promised to save your life?
honest with you, I think the answer to that is yes. I understand her, I think. I definitely understand her a lot better now. Do I trust her? I don't know.
Can't be both.
You'd fit right in DC. Just enough truth, but not too much. I'll take what I can get. I guess that's all. I suppose you should call Reed. Let him know all set for the meet with Hansen.
Yeah, there's a lot there. I'm not sure how I would handle this in reality. I mean, he's obviously been very hard done to by the NUSA and the FIA, clearly, right? And under normal circumstances, I would be all about the liberation of her, but I think she's probably lying to me in the process. When we take a step forward there with all this, but then you kind of gotta figure the motives, because what did Reed say about her? If she was a chess master, she would be known for extravagant plays and beautifully devastating defeats. So just because she decided to tell me some truth that I could use against her, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's for a good motive, right? That could just be it's worth it to her to risk me exposing her to Reed, if the off chance that it succeeds is it'll make me more steadfast, because now she's asking me to betray the same way that she has, right? I mean, you heard her. She wants us in the height of the confusion and the danger for everybody. She wants us to abandon them inside Hansen's lair and just run out the back. And then she wants to go her separate way with our cure, and she'll just text us, I guess, when it's time to rock. So she wants us to rat them out and leave them. 2 versus how many? 20, 30, 40, 60, 100 in Hansen's lair. And look at everything they're doing to save her. And I'm not saying that it's not purely out of the kindness of the heart, right? They have orders, but they're still risking their lives to save her, and she wants to leave them to rot as soon as she can cut free. And then she wants to cut free of me and have me trust that she won't just leave me to rot, and she'll text me from this black clinic with this prototype cure. I don't know. A lot of that is dicey, I think. I still don't know where I stand on that, which is why I gave her the answer that I gave her, because I honestly don't know if I would trust her in this situation or not. I trust Alex. Songbird and Reed, I'm a little unsure about. Anyways, we've been going for about 35 minutes, so it is probably time to wrap the episode on up and split it before we go kidnap the twins and get going on this. So thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on your way out, and I will see you soon with the next part of Phantom Liberty. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Peace.